Okay, now we're going to solve the right triangle, which means just find all of the missing sides and angles. So first thing I'm going to do is label what's given. So angle A is 35 degrees, and it's a right triangle, so there's the right angle. Remember, all angles in a triangle add up to 180, which means the two acute angles should add up to 90. So in order to find angle B, I'm going to take 90 minus 35 to figure out that angle B is 55 degrees. So the measure of angle B is 55 degrees. All right, now to find, let's see, we also need to label side C. Side C is across from angle C, side B is across from angle B, and side A is across from angle A. That's ugly. Alright, we're going to use some trig. I am going to take the angle that was given, just in case I messed up on angle B. I probably will always use the one that's given. So I'm going to take the given angle, angle A, and I'm going to try to find, let's go with A first. A is opposite from angle A, or side A is opposite from angle A, I'm sorry. And side C was 16. I never labeled that, sorry. So side C is the hypotenuse. So I am going to use the opposite and the hypotenuse. Remember, we've got SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. And since we've got the opposite, or we're looking for the opposite side, and we know the hypotenuse, we're going to use sine. The sine of angle A, the sine of 35, is equal to the opposite side, which is A, we don't know that, over the hypotenuse, which is 16. If I multiply both sides by 16, I'm going to get 16 sine 35. So side A is equal to, make sure you use your calculator, maybe go ahead and get that out right now just so you can type to see that you get the same thing that I do. You're going to type 16 times sine 35. You should get 9.2. If you are not getting 9.2, your settings might be messed up. You might be in radian mode instead of degree mode, so make sure you show me your calculator tomorrow if it's not working, or if you can't figure it out. Alright, now we need to find side B. Here's side B. Remember, we already know side C. Now I just have to figure out what's what. Side B is adjacent to angle 35, so I'm going to go back and use 35 again. I know that side C is really the hypotenuse, so now I have A and H, so I'm going to use the cosine. I have the cosine of angle 35 degrees is equal to adjacent. The adjacent is right here, I don't know it, over the hypotenuse is 16. Again, to find B, I'm going to multiply both sides by 16, get your calculator out again, and type in 16 cosine 35. Now please try that, make sure that you can get that. You should get 13.1. If you're not, again, something might be messed up on your calculator. Alright, one more thing to take a look at here. Angles of elevation and depression. Alright, so I'm going to start off with a little diagram here. I mean, we've been working with right triangles. These are going to come from a right triangle. So, picture a little person, or a big person, doesn't matter, standing up on top of the triangle up here, looking straight out. Alright, if they're trying to find something that's standing, or down here, this little green ball, who knows, the person that's standing up on top of that triangle would have to look down. That is called the angle of depression. I usually say the person's looking down, they're depressed. So angle of depression. If we flip this around and we're starting with the object that's down at the bottom of the triangle and they are looking up, that would be the angle of elevation. They would have to look up. All right. If you remember from geometry, the angle of depression and the angle of elevation are alternate interior angles, so they're always going to be the same. All right, let's try an example here. From a point on the ground, 28 feet from the base of a flagpole. All right, here's my flagpole. So we're at a point on the ground right over here, and we are 28 feet from the base, from the bottom of the flagpole. The angle of elevation, so elevation means that you're looking up. We're looking up to the top of the flagpole, so we're looking up, is 63 degrees. Estimate the height of the flagpole. Well, there's my flagpole. Let's figure out how tall it is. Label my right triangle. All right, here is our angle. The side that's given is adjacent to it. This side right there is opposite, so we need to figure out what uses A and O. So go back to your SOHCAHTOA, and tangent is actually the one that uses opposite and adjacent. So I'm going to set up another trig function here. Tangent of 63 is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. To solve for x, we're going to multiply both sides by 28, and again, you're just going to grab your calculator, type in 28 tangent 63, and you should get 54.95. Make sure you read directions here. I want it to the nearest foot, which would make it 55 feet. All right, now make sure that you go and on Buzz, give it a try. It will tell you right away if you're getting these correct or incorrect. So please go give it a try, and I will see you guys in class.